Third day of my trip to the East Coast, and we're at the top of Mount Washington, just getting ready to head down. On the way up, I did a quick time-lapse half-second sampling, and I wish I had done full video and worked my way back with the software to do it in fast motion, because it turned out very, very choppy. Really happy with the software though. It shows the actual degree of the slope, and it shows the elevation starting out at 6,288 feet, or just shy of 1,900 meters in elevation. And if you look to the right here, you can see just how far down it is. There's no Armco barrier. There's nothing to stop you from falling over that edge. I don't know how far down that would be, but you would probably topple down there, God, 1,000, 2,000 feet if you kind of turn to the left there by mistake. I have to admit that it was a little scary on the way up. The cars go really, really slow. And when they go so slow, they can get down to a crawl with an automatic transmission, but that's way below slipping the clutch on a motorcycle on a 20% grade at times. So you constantly have to be slipping the clutch over and over and over again, and you're just going to wear it out. So every now and again, I had to stop on up to a 20% grade and try and get started again, so that I wasn't just burning the clutch out for 30 minutes driving up. If you look to the left there, you can see the observatory already that's right at the top where I started out. I started out at a walkway down. And over here on the left, I'm just going to zoom into here real quick. There's a train that pushes a car up there. One car, I don't know how many people it would hold, probably about 40 or 50 people. But it goes up a railway track on the all around the mountain. And every hour and a half, people are getting on, and they're getting called to go down, that their train is turned up. Slowly starting to see the corners here and how steep it is. There's a nice Challenger out ahead of me there, and he's just taking it real easy. You'll see him cut off in a second. You'll see him cut off in about 5-10 minutes down the corner here. Very, very pretty though, and it looks like the moon up on the top. It's just, we're just starting to get into a little bit of vegetation now. Probably, I don't know, I'm guessing about 1,000 meters down from where we were. Up at 1,800 feet, and I'm gonna drive over to the other side of the road. I can see way further ahead than what it looks like in the video, and we're only going like 5-10 kilometers an hour, but once again you can see there's just a little bit of vegetation there on the edge of the cliff. There's no barrier whatsoever. You make a mistake, you can see I'm not even looking over a lot. I just make quick glances over, because it's very disorienting. The video doesn't do quite justice to how steep it is. First of all, in a minute I'm going to turn around and point backwards, and you'll see how it'll do a much better job of showing you just how steep it is coming down the hill. It levels out every now and again, like right here. I'm just basically going flat. I'm trying to look up the hill and see if I can see the observatory, but you can see that it's already over the edge, and it's way, way up there now. It's crazy. The Mount Washington is known to be the worst weather on the earth, so they say. It is recorded the highest speed known to man, or recorded by man, on April the 12th, 1934, at 230 miles an hour. There, I've turned around backwards there, so now you can see a little bit better the steepness and how high up things are, and how fast we're going downhill. Not fast, but how we're headed downhill. We're on a bit of a plateau. A lot of people stopping there to go hiking. There's various spots along that you can actually go hiking on the mountain, and they're happy. All over it says not to disturb, and you're in very environmentally safe places, or not environmentally safe, environmentally protected areas. Here we're coming down to a bit of a sharper corner here, and I think we're going to look over to the right a bit, or to the left, and be able to see way down the hill where we're going to drive to. I'm hoping that's coming up on this corner right now. Not sure. Yep, maybe. Well, you can get a little of an idea. Look how far down those cars and the motorcycle are, and how steep it is to do kind of the turn. Just you do switch back and switch back and switch back. So we're at what, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24% grade. If you looked up to the top left of my video, that's crazy. 24% of grade down. And guess we're getting close to halfway down. Oh, not halfway down the elevation. We started out at 1900. I was mistaken earlier, but that's okay. You can see the little map up there of where we're driving. And once again, I'm going to drive over to the other side of the edge. Like I say, I can see way in advance. It's not as clear on the video for you, but I can see way in advance if there's any cars just literally crawling up. We're not going too much faster than a jogging speed right here, which is fine on a motorcycle, because on the way down, motorcycles have two separate braking systems, one for the front, one for the rear, and then you can just pop it into first gear and use the engine braking as well. Quite something though. You're starting to see some vegetation turn up now. Now we got some little shrubs and bushes and things like that. It's really an absolutely amazing trek up to the top of this mountain. I really enjoyed it. Cost $30 US for a motorcycle and rider, and I believe it was $40 for a car, and I'm not sure if they charged for extra people. I should have looked closer for anybody watching the video. Here I am on the other side of the road just to give everybody a view of just how steep it is. And I'm just going to let you enjoy the video for a little bit here, and I'll have some comments a little further along. I should mention all those sites on the side there. They're not entirely all sightseeing sites. There to stop your car all the way down the mountain. Here we go. There you can see way down. I'll get back to that comment, but that is the road down there that I was just looking down and pointing to the left. That's where we're headed. That's how high up we are. And we're going to Wile E. Coyote our way down, an old term, show my age. A lot of young people won't understand Wile E. Coyote, cartoon from way back. Yeah, there's constantly on the way down, there's places to stop and cool your brakes. All those signs on the way down, I don't know if we've seen, maybe there's a couple coming up, but they all say that please pull over and cool your brakes on the way down, please pull over. On the way up, it just looks like a bunch of parking spots. So everybody stops and figures it's a place to take a picture, which just about everywhere you can take a beautiful picture from. There we go, we got the sunshine. We were so lucky. I was there the day before. And the day before, there we go, people cooling their brakes. The day before, there was 120 mile an hour winds at the top. I turned up the day previous to this, and I had anticipated coming up on this day because I checked the weather reports. And like I say, I went up the night before to say hi to the guy at the gate post and say, is everything cool? Can I get up the mountain tomorrow? And he said, yep, but you can only go halfway up if you want to go today. And because it's 125 mile an hour winds. I have some pictures from the top. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those, but it's amazing. The gift house on the top of the summit is chained down with 3-inch sized links. It's actually chained to the ground. There's 3 major chains that go over the top of it, and they're chained to cement posts. Quite something. Yeah, very, very, very cool. And as you can see, we're now getting into way more vegetation on the way down. We've got little tiny trees, basically Christmas tree size things growing, trees growing now. And I'm looking behind, and now you can see those 2 motorcycles going by, 3, 4, and you can see just how steep they are going up there. And I'm not sure what happened to my video. It got a little off in the... Oh, maybe I'm just turning around here to show you some of the distance down in the mountains and the surroundings. There was 19 miles. Oh, there's the road down again. You can see how far down we're going to the road. It's you don't get a good perspective on it when you look at it from the motorcycle or from the 360 degree camera, but when you can look down the mountain like that and go, there's the track. We saw it a little earlier. It's quite shocking. It's very disorienting. When I was riding down, when I was riding up, it wasn't a problem. The slope and the thought of getting stopped on a curve, I should say, and falling down were the biggest issue. I kept looking and going, wow, if I had to turn the bike on a curve like this, it just couldn't be done. You'd end up dropping the bike, and I don't know how you would stand the thing back up on a 25% grade. But on the way down, you look to the right and it becomes very disorienting. And as you know, young kids, when they ride their bicycles or learn to ride the bicycles, where you look is where you go. So you have to be extremely careful about looking off to the right or off to the left, depending on which way you're going. There you can see just how far down the road is. We're coming up to another steep section, and we're going to turn around and head all the way down there. When you're up and you're riding along and you look down at that road, you go, wow, how am I possibly going to make enough curves to get around there? There's a sign right there, stop to cool your brakes. I'm not so sure you can see it there, but there you go. Anyways, you know what? I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of the trip down here for a bit and see what you can see, and I'll make some more comments as we go. Here we go. I'm slowly spinning around to give you a back view. Gonna take a little time. This is actually not a big corner. Actually, it's turning into a corner now. But it was just a case of the 360 camera. Now it's straightened out and I'm looking straight back. Isn't that beautiful sunshine? I think I mentioned earlier, but I never got to it. There was 90 miles of clear view from the top. So now you can see how steep it is. Look at that. That gives you a much better idea of how steep the grade is going up and down. And that's only 10% right now. If you look up on the top left, you can see the elevation ticking down as we make our way down. We're only at 11% grade right now. It's, yeah, that's how steep it looks right there. That's probably what a 10% grade looks like. So you can imagine if I had to turn the camera around backwards at the 25% grade. It's daunting. I had a little bit of white knuckles going on riding up with the sheer drop off on both sides, and was being very, very careful not to look over the edge and get disoriented and then start drifting towards where I'm looking. Anyways, that's it for now. I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of the video. When we get down to the bottom, I'm going to speed it up a little bit, so don't be thinking I'm speeding through the trees. We're going to spin slowly around here again and look forward. And once again, this isn't a great big curve. It's just the nature of the 360 camera as it gets straightened out for looking down the hill. You'll see that shortly. There's another biker going up. Just a quick wave to say hi. And we'll see at the bottom. So when you see this, when you see the speed going by a little bit, it's sped up 4 times. It's not a case of speeding up to 60, 70 kilometers an hour. Hope you enjoyed the video, and there you go. We're going to speed up slowly as we go through the trees down here, and we'll catch you hopefully with day 4, day 5 of the trip out to the East Coast. Bye.